This passage is very, very important. Please pay attention to it. Today I'm talking about orientation, but I want to introduce this whole framework to you so that you know. This is a book. I may release it next month. Left with some few touches, then I'll be done. This is the 4 pillars of a quality life. The quality of your entire life on earth depends on these 4 pillars. You first have to know your identity, who you are. And I told you, the quality of your life depends on how well you know yourself and your personal circumstances. Because if you don't know who you are and you don't know your own unique circumstances, even good advice can destroy you. It's just like advising somebody that real estate is very good, right? But somebody is in, let's say, Iran or Israel, then the person will take this advice. You go and build, tomorrow bomb is coming, right? So when you know yourself and your own personal circumstances, it's not every advice you take. And that knowing yourself will give you confidence. Inside yourself, you find your purpose and your gift and all that. They will give you a direction. Then we have another pillar called orientation. That's what we are going to talk about today. Then foresight, ability to recognize what is likely to happen in the future. Then you prepare yourself today in wait for it, right? Again, a lot of people's life are destroyed because they couldn't anticipate what was coming. And so they build their life anyhow. One crisis came, they were done. All these things are from Bible. I don't teach anything outside the Bible. First of all, I've already talked about identity. The book is out. Who are you? Go and get it, right? So having foresight will protect you and secure your future. Then creation is also a pillar. Ability to create value and make impact. Genesis chapter 1, let us make man in our own image after our likeness. Most of the time, people focus too much on the image. I focus on the likeness. So we are like God on earth. When God was creating man, he had already created the heavens and earth and everything in it. So God created man after the likeness of a creator. So we are here to create. That is why every successful person you see on earth has either created something new or has created something from what is already existing, or that person has leveraged on the creativities of somebody. 3. Outside these 3, you cannot be successful because this earth was built purposely for creators. If you don't want to create, people will use you to create. So you see that you are creating something new. That is invention. There was no car. Somebody invented a car. Or you find yourself in the people who are creating from what is already existing. Let's say somebody created a car. Then somebody said, okay, let me bring Uber. You create a business out of what is already existing. Or you leverage on the creativities of others. You won't create anything. But when you see somebody creating something, you give them your time as investment, or you give them your money as investment so that you can benefit from their creativity. Outside these 3, you can never make it in this world. So when you are able to create value, it gives you financial success. When you are able to make impact, it gives you fulfillment. All these things put together guarantee a quality life. So each of these pillars is very, very, very important. So today I'm going to talk to you about orientation. The quality of your life greatly depends on how well you are able to orient people who are coming into your life, friends who are coming into your life, business partners who are coming into your life, most especially marriage. One marriage can destroy you for the rest of your life. One marriage, if you marry a toxic person, you are dead, right? So this is orientation. This is the standard definition of orientation. Orientation is the process of helping someone understand their new environment. Please pay attention to the keywords. Their expectations, rules and values, and their responsibilities so that they can function well within the environment. That's orientation. So when you enroll in a new job, they orient you. When you attend school, they orient you. I remember my first time on campus, University of Ghana. When I gained admission, the first week of reporting on campus was orientation. So what did they do? They put all of us, first year students, level 100, they put all of us inside the bus and they toured us around the campus. They were showing us places. They were introducing us to a new environment. They were telling us that you are not in your house. You are in a new environment, school. Then they told us about what to expect, expectations. We should expect that they are going to give us quality teachers to teach us. We should expect that they are going to give us counselors. So if you have any problem on campus, if you have any personal issue on campus where you need to talk to somebody, you can go to the counselor's office. We should expect that they will provide everything they need to provide for us so that we can succeed as students. And they told us all the things that they are also expecting from us, right? Then they gave us rules. We don't fight on campus. You don't smoke on campus. You don't destroy school property. You don't harass. So they gave us so many rules, right? And responsibilities. They made us understand our responsibilities as a student. We are supposed to pay school fees. We are supposed to go to the library and learn. We are supposed to attend lectures. You are supposed to turn in assignment. You are supposed to do all that students are supposed to do, right? Then at the end of the day, when we are able to carry out all our responsibilities and follow all the rules on campus, they will give us certificates at the end of our 4 years. So that's the expectation, right? Again, if you don't abide by the rules, we should expect that they can expel us. So they did this orientation in order for us to function well in the school and new environment so that we won't be a problem to the school. So the main reason why you orient people is that so that there won't be a problem and both of you can achieve the common goal for which they came into your life. The first person who oriented was God. God oriented Adam. That is why the serpent didn't go to Adam. How did God orient Adam? The same formula. I took this from Google, but the same formula that God followed. So the keywords are environment, expectation, rules, and responsibilities, right? So check it here. The first person who oriented was God. Look at what God did. Genesis chapter 2 verse 15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden. So the environment God first put Adam was in the garden and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. Responsibility. To work it. So Adam knew his responsibility. Then let's see the rules. And the Lord God commanded the man, you are free to eat from any of the trees in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So don't eat this particular tree. That's the rule. Don't eat. Then expectation. For when you eat from it, you will certainly die. So expect to die. That's certainly die. This is orientation, right? God wanted Adam to succeed in the Garden of Eden. So he first oriented him. That's why the serpent didn't go to Adam. He went to Eve. Do you know why he went to Eve? Adam failed to orient Eve well. Eve told the serpent that God said we shouldn't eat or touch. God never said don't touch. God never said don't touch. When God was telling Adam this, when God was orienting Adam, Eve was not there. So it means that it was Adam who oriented Eve. And I don't know what Adam told Eve for Eve to go and tell the serpent that God said we shouldn't touch. God never said you shouldn't touch. So most probably, when she went there to touch and nothing happened, she said, if I've now touched it and nothing happened, then I can as well go on and eat. So Eve invented a new word. So she was poorly oriented. That's why we are here today, right? So back to my business. This is the same way you are supposed to orient the people who come into your life. Today I'm stressing on marriage and relationships. Because if you don't orient them well, I promise you, human being can destroy your life, right? And there is a way you do it. To properly orient, you have to follow the when, what, and how formula. When are you supposed to orient? At the beginning, before the relationship begins. Adam didn't start doing all that he was supposed to do in the garden before God oriented him. I didn't start attending class and lectures and going to the BAM library and going here and there before my school oriented me. They oriented me before the school started. So don't wait for people to fully settle in your life before you let them know. At the beginning, before the business starts, before the marriage starts, before the relationship starts, before the friendship starts, before anything starts, orient. What are you supposed to orient them from? A same formula. Orient them that you are a new environment. Because most people are coming into your life and they want to bring the same way they were behaving in their previous relationship, how they were treating their ex, how they were treating their ex-husband, how they were doing their business in the last environment. They want to carry that same experience and bring it into your life. Let them know that you are different, right? Then orient them on your responsibilities. Talk about your responsibilities. You have a responsibility as the guy. The lady also has a responsibility. Both of you have to be clear on the responsibility. Mind you, I've already talked about it. Responsibility inside marriage is backed by love. There is a difference. Responsibility outside marriage is backed by law. They are not the same. Then you talk about the rules or values, the values you share. You have to make sure whether the values you share is the same value that she also shares. You see, the goal of orientation is to make sure that both of us are in the same place in terms of understanding so that we can achieve the goal that we all want. Then you talk about expectation. This is very important so that she won't come and have unrealistic expectation is one of the major reasons why most marriages collapse. Let her know who you are. Let her know what you can afford. Let her know what you can do, right? Know what you expect from her. Let her also know what she expects from you, right? So that all these will come together for you to have the result you are looking for. Then how are you supposed to orient? You are supposed to orient her in a language she understands. If it's in business partnership, you are supposed to orient the one who is coming into your life in a way she understands or in a way he understands. Because the goal of orientation is for the person to understand what you want and for you to understand what the person wants. So back to it. So to have a quality life, you cannot do away with orientation. how well you rent the people who come into your life. I'm telling you, human beings are wicked. Human beings can be very, very, very wicked. A lot of people have lost their lives because they didn't rent the people who came into their life well. Especially in relationship, rent will let them know that after 2 years, if they are not ready to move ahead, you are leaving them. So that when you say you are leaving, they won't say, I'm coming to pour acid on you. You see, this is what I came to tell you.